Bring on the binge-worthy brilliance. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 British Netflix originals. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we've looked at British shows that are wholly or partly created by Netflix. Be prepared to add these to your to-watch list. Number 10, The Last Kingdom. Historical fiction is huge right now, so when The Last Kingdom brings a dark and gritty show centered on the Saxons, it's sure to succeed.
She's exactly as I'd hoped.
Netflix picked it up in its second series, and there are plans to proceed with Series 3, exclusive to the streaming service.
I will not stand by and have everything that's mine taken from me.
Essentially, if you're a Game of Thrones fan, this should be right up your street. Offering similarly tense and sinister elements, what sets this apart is its grounding in historical fact rather than fantasy fiction. You should suspend your disbelief for some scenes though.
I like it, Arsling. I do. Now kill the bastard!
Number 9, James Acaster Repertoire. Netflix is creaking with cracking comedy specials, and there's plenty of British comedians to choose from. Featuring the likes of Russell Howard and Ricky Gervais, they sure know how to pick them. But James Acaster's Repertoire is a particular highlight.
Let's start off with some celebrity gossip. That's why we're here, that's why we come to the comedy.
Rather than just one special, it's a series of 4, each one just as hilarious as the last.
I love mathematics. Love mathematics. Favourite number? Umpteen.
James is lesser known than some Brit-based stand-ups out there, but his unique, slightly awkward, but definitely endearing style is sure to gain him an ardent following soon. The guy's a story-spinning sensation.
Never before have I been so offended by something I 100% agree with.
Number 8, Lovesick. Set in Glasgow, Lovesick follows the everyday exploits of Dylan who, after contracting an STD, needs to contact all of his previous partners. Awkward, right?
Can you just leave it?
Alright.
The show originally aired on Channel 4 in the UK, but was moved to Netflix shortly after, and they commissioned 2 further series to officially make it a Netflix original.
Okay, ground rules. We can sleep side by side or top and toe. The choice is yours, but either way, Daddy drives on the right-hand side of the road, baby girl.
Fun fact for all you sitcom fans out there, before Netflix snapped it up, this series was called Scrotal Recall. The name change probably helped it hit a wider audience, but the ungainly play on words has to be admired. Number 7, Crazyhead.
All the time I was growing up, I felt like a freak. It ruined my life.
Following self-made seers, Amy and Raquel, as they battle with demons throughout society, this horror comedy show was another joint project between Channel 4 and Netflix, receiving widespread awards, positive reviews, and achieving a cult following. Written by Misfits creator Howard Overman, it offers up a typically zany, unpredictable, and individual style as characters encounter increasingly outlandish situations. And though it was sadly cancelled before a second series could be made, fans remain hopeful that Netflix will revive the weirdness soon. Demons beware.
You take your clothes off and get into bed. I'm coming back for this bad boy.
Number 6, Jack Whitehall, Travels with My Father. Jack Whitehall is no stranger to Netflix, having made plenty of appearances on the platform as well as boasting his own comedy special. But this show, centering on his adventures with his dad, deserves particular praise.
What is the essence of Zen?
Seeing as he supposedly never took an actual gap year, Jack decides to finally embark on one as an older fellow, and his often not so proud parent tags along too.
Oh, Jesus.
The peculiar pair travel to Southeast Asia, where Whitehall Sr. soon becomes the star, thanks largely to the long list of bugbears he has about being on the road. He likes his home comforts, that chap.
Night night, Daddy. Love you.
Off.
Number 5, Collateral. Another co-production for Netflix, this one was in partnership with the BBC, originally airing on BBC Two in the UK before going onto Netflix a couple of months later.
There's no tape, there's no recording, this meeting never happened.
Starring Carey Mulligan, Collateral follows the investigation into the death of a pizza delivery man, which ultimately becomes far more complicated than anyone could have ever expected.
No one's getting their pizza, are they? Because we're shutting down. Excuse me. Close the place down.
Told over 4 episodes, the show was praised for dealing with real-life issues, with critical kudos coming from all corners. It's not your standard police program, but if you've got a craving for crime mysteries, make time to watch this one.
No special topping? Oh, forget it.
Number 4, Safe. A straight-up Netflix original from the outset, this Brit drama was actually created by an American, the crime novelist Harlan Coben. It follows Michael C. Hall's Tom Delaney, who's trying to uncover the truth about his missing daughter, before discovering much more than he'd bargained for.
My daughter's missing.
Though it takes a while to get used to Hall playing the victim for a change, instead of the eponymous serial killer in Dexter, his lead performance is not one to be missed.
It would be a crime not to show them my skills on the wing.
The actor brings an engrossing plot together, and you may just wind up watching all 8 episodes in one sitting.
We see a lot of this with teenagers, but statistically...
Statistically, my wife had a 60% survival rate. Doesn't stop me visiting her grave.
Number 3, The Crown. For various reasons, the British royal family are a pretty big deal all around the world. So this big budget biography series about Queen Elizabeth II was always likely to work. Though making the show is an international affair, the series boasts a British writer, production company, and predominantly British cast. Not to mention its obviously British subject matter.
Try and get some sleep.
You too?
With the series charting Elizabeth's inheritance to the throne, and the various familial and social pressures which that brought, the second season focuses more on Princess Margaret's problematic relationships and Prince Philip's apparent unruliness. All in all, it's proven a royal winner.
I feel like that went wrong in about 10,000 different ways.
Number 2, Black Mirror. Similar to many of today's entries, Charlie Brooker's Black Mirror started out on Channel 4 before being bought by Netflix after 2 seasons.
Welcome back.
Giving a dark and twisted take on science and technology, and the more sinister routes our apparent advancement could take, a typical episode is equally terrifying and fascinating.
Honey, I love you. Sarah, shut up!
But no matter how uneasy it makes you feel, you just can't stop watching. Each installment feels like something that actually could become a reality one day, which is where its genius lies. Featuring some supremely talented actors as well, it's Binge Watch 101.
This is a dream. Here, it has to be.
Number 1, The End of the F***ing World. Again made by Channel 4 and Netflix, this truly unique series gained some traction while on British TV, but really caught attention once it was released to international audiences.
So I pretended to fall in love with her.
Based on Charles Forsman's graphic novel, the story is perhaps predictably pretty dark, following 2 teens on a bit of a road trip. Except, one's a runaway and the other is a potential psychopath.
I kept wondering what sort of sound she'd make when I killed her.
With Alex Lawther and Jessica Barden starring as the unusual twosome, the show has certainly proven a springboard for their careers, and rightly so. As original, enthralling, and occasionally disturbing a series as you're ever likely to see, if you haven't watched it yet, watch it next.
That's a lot of cash. Rob the bank.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK and subscribe for more great content.